Hi everyone, this is Elizabeth from Organized Chaos, and today I'm answering your questions about music teaching. I'm going to have a full written answer with links to everything that I mention in this video on my blog, so be sure to head over to caldwellorganizedchaos.com after you watch this video to check out that answer, as well as 4 other music teaching questions in the same blog post with my answers. You can search for the post Q&A Teacher Edition, and this is part 2. So the question I'm answering in this video is about how I organize my substitute materials. So this is my setup for my substitute teacher lessons, and I wrote a blog post on this last year. The basic idea is I have the sort of typical things you would expect to find in a substitute folder. Inside here I've got lesson plans. I'm not going to show you most of it because it's got some personal information of students, but lesson plans, what to do in different emergencies, who to talk to if they have questions, where all the different things are, what my basic behavior management setup is, where the seating charts are, what my schedule is, things like that. You can find a full list and links to download these templates on my blog, but that's what's in this folder is basic information. Underneath that I have these are scrapbook cases that I got at Michael's, and each one has the resources for one of the lesson plans that I have in my folder, and they're labeled as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to show you what I have, and this is actually something that changed since last year. I used to have a log where I would have the substitutes write down which classes had done which lessons so that I could keep track to make sure they weren't repeating the same lesson over and over again. I used to have that in this folder, and now I've taped them right onto the top of each tub, so they have to see it and write it down before they even get anything out to actually teach it. So for lesson number 1 and 4, I made a CD, a copy for Carnival of the Animals, and then I have some worksheets for them to fill out responding to them. And there's also another lesson plan that doesn't use any paper, but it uses the same recording. So that's why this one is for 2 different lessons. This one has one of my favorite sub lessons, the Instrument Bingo by Cheryl Lavender. If you've never used the bingo sets from her, you need to check these out. She has other ones like rhythm and solfege, I think, and world instruments, but this one is the most straightforward and easy for non-music subs to use. So I like leaving this one for my emergency sub plans especially. This one is a book that the sub reads, and then there are some worksheets that they can do to respond. The book is Music is for Everyone, and it's just a kind of general book about all of the great things about music and all the different ways to enjoy music, that kind of thing. And then this one, our district has a subscription to Music Express, which I enjoy. I always find some great resources in these, but I picked out 6 issues from the last year or 2, and I keep them in here so that the upper elementary students, if they want to, they can read the issues, and then they can share something that they learned from each of the magazines. And then I have a few other sub lessons. I have one that's really great from Music with Miss W about composers, and a few other things like that that'll kind of change out sometimes during the year. So again, especially if I find that I'm out a lot, I'll change the lessons out. But I keep these right here with my intentionally bright neon green substitute folder right above it. And that is at my desk in my classroom, right at the front of the room as you come in, so that hopefully the substitute is able to find it easily. And some of my coworkers know that this is here as well, so that they can help them if they need to. But that is how I organize my substitute lesson supplies. I hope you found this video interesting and that you learned something from it. If you did, be sure to head over to the written blog post where I've written up my answer, as well as left links to all of the resources that I mentioned. Go to caldwellorganizedchaos.com and search for Q&A Teacher Edition Part 2, and you'll find my answer to this question along with 4 other teaching questions that I've answered in the same blog post. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.